that we can achieve sustainability and achieve carbon neutrality, we can become carbon positive, and on many other environmental yardsticks, we can bring that results. I was just reading something that now the word is new normal. And the new normal means people with mask, people with so many precautions around, with social distancing. And now the time required for attending a function is absolutely gone. Now you can just enter into this scenario and immediately you can talk and then you are finished. So it saves time, it saves money, it saves, and every program starts on time. That's another benefit of it. And more than 90% attendance. So that's a good scenario, but that should not remain long. We want Corona to go as early as possible, but I see we will be with the mask and social distancing for next 1 or 2 years, because when the vaccine will come also to vaccinate all people will also take time. And therefore, it's not a small period, it's a long period when we will have to follow this routine. I always read one more thing is that people say, oh, see, lockdown has given wonderful climate, has cleaned the air. Now we can see the peaks of Himalaya from long distance, and we can see the clean water in Ganges flowing. Don't be romantic. If you will have industrial activities, there will be pollution even to a permissible limit. There is permissible limit for pollution. Beyond that, we should not go, and we also monitor it. But to that extent, there will be addition. When you fly vehicles, there will be pollution. You can't wish away pollution like this. And if you don't want progress at all, then you can say that, oh, what a green world and what a blue sky with green earth. We have to achieve green earth and blue sky despite the odds. And that is possible. Like the biodiversity which Sanjeev Puri mentioned, in India, we have only 2.5% of the world's landscape. We have only 4% of fresh water resources. And we have 20% near the population of the world and 20% population of cattle. But still we have 8% of world's biodiversity. That is because Indian ethos and culture where you treat nature as also your part of life. You also treat all animals, flora and fauna as your part of life. And therefore, we have achieved this biodiversity success. After the Paris Agreement, where all you were also there, after the Paris Agreement, we are walking the talk. Many other countries are not walking the talk. And therefore, we reproduce time and again that we have reduced our emission intensity by 21% even before the Paris Agreement timetable clock clicks in. Because 21% emission reduction and we have target of 35%. And we are very sure that within next 10 years we will achieve that. And this is thanks to various industries who have participated in the program and have also saved their own resources and the pollution in the process, emission in the process. Then we have increased our solar installed capacity everywhere, and now our energy mix in the installed capacity is 37% from renewable resources. Prime Minister yesterday has declared and upscaled the target from 100 gigawatt of solar power to 220 gigawatt of solar power by 2022. And I think that's a very real target. We have already achieved 35 gigawatt in solar power and as much as in wind power, and therefore 87 gigawatt is what we have achieved. International Solar Alliance has also clicked in, and 68 countries have ratified the agreement. We have taken many actions. When I discussed this in the UN Assembly, that we have levied taxes of $6 per ton of coal production. They were curious to know how this could happen. I said we have 36 parties in parliament, but this happened unanimously because that's our commitment. And therefore, we have levied $6 per ton of production. That is the reality of coal production. We have also, in a way, when we level the diesel and petrol prices on the same platform, we levy, we tax, we put carbon tax on the fuel. We are also mixing 10% of ethanol in petrol and diesel. So that is also a pro-environmental action from the part of the government. We have migrated to BS6, skipping BS5 stage. So from BS4 to BS6 is a long jump. And all the vehicles now available from 1st April are BS6 compliant, and the fuel all over the country is BS6. This is saving fuel, this is saving pollution, and we have also built up roads all over so that the congestion spots are gone, and now we can take a next step to avoid production. As we have seen in Delhi, that express peripheral ways completed has saved 60,000 undestined trucks from coming and passing through Delhi and polluting Delhi. Now they don't do that. Even on Dhaulakwa Road, when we had to take at least 20 minutes to pass that congestion, now there is absolutely no time required. You can straight away drive to airport. So these things have changed all over the country. Very big tunnels, very big bridges, and everything that has come up has improved the road transport very, very with speed, and more importantly, with pollution free. We have 24% of forest cover, tree cover in the country, and 15,000 square kilometers tree cover has been added in last 6 years. So that's a big achievement. And therefore, we are saying that India is walking the talk. We have already LED bulbs, a small program, but that has impacted too much. With 400 million the bulbs, LED bulbs, we have achieved a very important target on this emission front also, and we have reduced the power consumption to that extent. We have also brought Ujjwala gas for 80 billion people, therefore saving the trees from cutting and using it as firewood, that has gone. And electrical vehicle push is also there. We can see many three-wheelers and two-wheelers flying on electrical. They are the torchbearers of electrical mobility. Four-wheelers also will become popular once the prices come down. And I'm very sure that within few days, you will have prices coming down in electrical segment vehicle with battery swapping facility. And therefore, we have achieved all these things. National biofuel policy has also been declared. We are not just blending. We have also flown commercial aircraft from Dehradun to Delhi with biofuel. National Adaptation Fund, there are more than 30 projects worth 900 crore rupees are also under uh, implementation. And India has also launched Coalition of Disaster Resilient Management uh, infrastructure. So that's also yet another leadership initiative of India in the World Committee. And we are the joint leaders, co-leading, co-leading leadership group for industry transition, because that is very important transition. We have Prime Minister on 15th August have given four important announcements regarding environment and sustainable future. One, that we will have 100 cities with lesser pollution in the air pollution, and they will breathe cleaner than what they are doing today. And within 4 years, we will show the results. And we yesterday only reviewed the whole situation, and we are here also walking the talk. National Clean Action Program, Clean Air Program is on course, and we will definitely achieve our target in real time. So, South-South cooperation also. We have already placed 150 US dollars, 150 million US dollars for the this kind of cooperation with developing countries, and India is always ahead in helping our country, other countries. As we have to achieve, we need to achieve more larger goals, and therefore, as I narrated the whole story of what we are achieving and what we are going ahead with is a complete clear direction, a complete visionary policy. When all both of you have said about Atmanirbhar Bharat, Atmanirbhar Bharat is not cutting away from the world. It is actually engaging more proactively with the world. But we will do less imports and more exports. So that is what the Atmanirbhar Bharat means. And that means becoming innovative, because innovation and research are the two important tools in the hands of any developing country to develop. And therefore, the whole thrust on innovation, we had already completed successfully first grand challenge in the IT sector, and we are already holding hackathons, and that will also become craze in college students. We are also having 3,000 schools with Atal Tinkering Labs, and more than that, we will definitely be able to take upon the challenges of innovation and research. And there, our problem is that right from NASA to any team in the world which innovates something, in the team there are Indian brains. But we are contributors towards innovation. We are not owners of innovation because we don't patent in our own names. We are employed at somewhere with the team which comes out with innovation. And therefore, India will now own innovations. We will do innovations here. We will support such innovations. And that will take us to the next level. And as Prime Minister has said, Swachh Bharat, we have achieved to a great extent Swachh Bharat also with 120 million toilets. We have practically become open defecation country, open defecation free country, and therefore we are achieving our target. So Swachh Bharat, Sakshar Bharat, Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat, Atmanirbhar Bharat is where we are leading. And that is the travel of India for, for sustainable future, because we believe that sustainability only will save the mankind from the worst of nature's fury, We are, once again, let me tell you, we, India, we are not responsible for the emissions and the climate change that is happening. It is the advanced countries which are benefited from carbon emissions. They are responsible. But we want to be part of solution. And therefore, we are taking our responsibility in a responsible manner and carrying it out professionally. My appeal to the world is that when we talk of sustainable future for the earth, we must we must also present our case study of how each country is going ahead, because many countries need more action, many countries need more rigorous follow-up, and if they do it, then only we will achieve the sustainability target. Otherwise, our efforts and some other countries' efforts will go in vain if the major countries don't realize their commitments in time. That's from my side. Thank you and all the best for the for this conference, for this sustainable development debate and confabulations. And I will definitely like to have the gist of the recommendations you make, because we want participation of everybody and feedback from all sectors and stakeholders. Thank you and all the best.